Today's episode is going to be about Johnny Lawrence versus Terry Silver. Who would win? Let's find out. Place your bets, gentlemen. We're about to rumble. Oh yeah. What's up, boys and girls? This is Vin Jim here. Hope you're having a smashing day. This is your first time to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And for the rest of you, thank you for joining me once again. So, just gonna keep this nice and calm. Alright? Just relax wherever you are in the world. Just sit down, relax. Let's do this as professionals, as professional people on social media, and just discuss this. As ridiculous as it seems, the question is, what would happen if Johnny Lawrence in his prime would face Terry Silver in his prime? It's hard for us to know when Terry Silver was at his prime, but I'd like to think it was around the time of Karate Kid Part 3. So when it comes to Johnny Lawrence, would the peak be what he was in Karate Kid 1, or would it be what he is in Cobra Kai? Obviously the answer is Cobra Kai. More experienced and probably has been in a lot more fights. Kind of probably out of, practice, but it seems that he picks that up as he is practicing with the kids and stuff like that. So the big question is then, who would win? Now, I mentioned the practicing part, and it's actually not, they don't actually show Johnny Lawrence as he is practicing, training karate. And you actually never ever really see him practice karate, except for a couple of scenes in Karate Kid Part 1. But I'm just gonna go on a limb here and say that he does practice karate. He does keep up with his karate skills. There is that moment when he beats up Kyler and the kids, where he does a kick and he sort of feels a bit of pain in his, lower parts, so to speak, and that sort of makes me think that he was out of shape and out of focus and out of practice and all of that. But my guess is that he did most likely train when he was training the kids, Miguel and all the others. So the question is, what would happen if he would fight with Terry Silver? Now, in the past, I've done the argument that if you're a soldier, if you've been to the war, you have a big advantage. Now, I'm still a huge believer in that, but Terry Silver versus Johnny Lawrence is a bit different though, because yes, Terry Silver was in the war, and according to Karate Kid Part 3, John Kreese did save his life a bunch of times. He lost count. That leads me to think that Terry Silver was kind of a coward, kind of someone who was doing the smart thing. Now, don't get me wrong, like I know all about bravery and stuff like that, soldiers being brave, going head on strong, and if you compare it to if you remember in Saving Private Ryan, there was always this one guy who was hiding behind all the rest of the other guys because he was terrified. And I'd like to think that that was basically Terry Silver during the Vietnam War. He was part of the gang, but he was sort of, instead of going forward, he was probably watching as the others did. He was more of a strategical kind of a guy. Now, I think that if this was some kind of a combat situation, Terry Silver, being a smart businessman and with the experience of playing dirty, he would probably find a way to fix the fight. It could be anything from, offering offering Johnny Lawrence a bunch of money, looking for his weakness. That's what he would do. The upside of Johnny Lawrence would be, though, that he has a disdain for the rich. I think so anyway. I mean, he obviously thinks it's awesome and everything, but he probably doesn't like Terry Silver very much, even though he's never met him, as far as we can tell. So what do I think based on all of these things? As far as skills goes, I think that they are probably on the similar level. I don't really think of Silver as a guy with a lot of experience in training. And, you know, Johnny Lawrence is also not that experienced in training other people. But they are both probably very good at winning, beating the other guy. And they both have determination. And again, I think that Johnny Lawrence, he's probably very determined to win over Terry Silver. And Terry Silver, well, he plays dirty. And I think you guys know where this is leading. I think that in a fight, unfortunately, Terry Silver would come out a winner. Even though he would have somehow cheated, he would have figured out a way to look for Johnny Lawrence's secret, and he would have taken him out somehow. He would have found whatever is needed to defeat him. And Johnny Lawrence, he would just go straight for the prime fight. He would just try to beat him on the match. He wouldn't try to play dirty. He would try to do it straight up, and that's why I think he would lose. There was a slight possibility that Johnny Lawrence could see this coming and maybe even anticipate it, but I don't think he's actually that clever, if you don't mind me saying. I just don't think he's not gonna think that many steps ahead. He's very in the living in the moment kind of a guy, and Terry Silver is more like thinking 3 steps ahead. So I think I really think, I'm not saying Terry Silver is the ultimate bad guy, definitely not, but I think that he would win actually. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. If you think differently, if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. And remember, nobody has still won the Let's Get Lost contest. So if you have a guess, put it down there in the comment section. And remember, as always, I post a new video every single day at the exact same time. So you can look in the description. There are different time zones that you can check out which time zone you live in or the closest to, and you'll figure out exactly what time that is. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Okay, that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, see that like button, smash it. And I got some freakishly awesome videos coming up. Better subscribe so you don't miss a beat. I'll see you later. Peace.